Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'm going to do a little something different in Morrowind. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'm going to do a little something different in Morrowind. Okay, we are actually going to bring about the Nightmare Apocalypse. We're going to create a character named Thanos Jr., and in order to have him fit in on the mainland, we're going to make him a Dunmer. And Thanos Jr. is first going to grab a death-themed armor so that he looks the part. And then we're going to go over to Necrom, the sacred city of the dead, and we're going to begin the apocalypse there. So let's get right into our game. Alright, the game is loading. And the opening scene with the boat doesn't really make sense for our character, so let's just get right into it. Okay. Thanos Jr. He's come to Morrowind for a bit of revenge. He'll be a Dunmer teenager. Let's go this emo-looking hairstyle. Yeah, I like that for him. Now for a face. Yeah, that looks tough. We're going with that face. And his class, we're going all out. Crusader, maybe. Warrior. Rogue. There's a few that would fit the character. He's... but he's looking for a bit of revenge, so we'll make him a Crusader. And... yeah, I kind of like the shadow for the theme of the character, but... you know, let's go Serpent, actually. That works a bit better thematically.
What's this about?
Alright, so we turn in our papers. And there's Thanos Jr. He actually looks a bit like the guy in the movie. Like he actually could be his son or something. The emo hair looks really good on him. Let's get our utility stuff as normal. And then we're gonna go over to Fort Moonmoth to get our death-themed armor. And I just realized that for some reason we're not broadcasting the game. Shoot. Technical difficulties. Hold on a minute. Yeah. That's better. I have no idea what happened. It looks like I accidentally replaced my Morrowind window with my Marbles window. I really don't know how that got messed up. But we're back in the game now. Also, I'll show my character again because you didn't get to see him the first time. There's Thanos Jr. Like I said, that emo hair looks really good on him. But pretty soon we're going to make him look even cooler. Now let's go get our utilities. We'll need a weapon for this one. We'll need our utility. We might need our army. I'm going to leave the gold because I won't need gold for what I'm doing today. Definitely need the fly ring. Never know when we'll have to bust doors. And now we're going to fly over to Moonmoth Legion Fort, where we'll find, courtesy of one of my mods, a shrine to Arche, inside of which we'll have to fight some bad guys and then claim the armor set. So Fort Moonmoth is right next to Balmora. And we're just going to fly. It's a nice scenic flight. Alright, there's Balmora. So we have to go directly east of Balmora to get to Moonmoth. Balmora looks so big from up here, but it's tiny compared with the comparable cities on the mainland. So there it is. Here's Moonmoth Legion Fort right here. Oh, and those guards will be nice for a nice demonstration of power. We don't need flying for what we're doing in here.
Any time now.
So now there it is, the shrine. What are they fighting? A cliff racer followed me in? It's a bit premature for Apocalypse. You just saw a little preview of coming attractions. Let's take his robe. Now I look a little bit more richer. Just like, you know. Alright, let's find the armor now.
Dice, come go.
Sorry, it's close quarters, so we can't see the action from here. You know what, this guy looks tough. Let's summon a second set. Alright, there's no kill like overkill.
This is pointless. Give in.
We'll take out the whole army for this one. Looks like they're burning books, these bad guys. And you know what? I kind of like this robe. Yeah. That's a slightly eviler looking robe, while still not looking outright bad. Alright. We want to go in the secret room first, before we go into the cave. Because there's an exit in the cave. Trying to remember where the secret room is. Because I prefer not to have to backtrack once we get to the cave. Hidden door. It's over here. We don't need Templar stuff. We're here for the RK stuff.
Surrender now, and I might let you live.
Time to summon the attack, my army again. Alright. Now let's get all the RK stuff out of this room. That's 3 armor pieces. 4, 5, 6. So we got the boots, cuirass, greaves, pauldron, bow, and one of the gauntlets. So there should be 3 pieces left in the cave. Oh, there's the other gauntlet. So there's 2 pieces left in the cave. We're missing the helm and the shield. So now we can... Now there will be a stream in the future where I run all 6 of the armor quests in one sitting. So in that, you'll see me take the time to read the notes, and you'll actually see all the story with all this. Here, I'm just trying to grab the armor as quickly as possible so we can move on to Apocalypse. And there's a few guards down here in the cave. And somewhere in this cave, there's the helm and the shield that we need to find.
This is pointless. Give in.
Alright, that battle was a little slower than I anticipated. RK helm, RK shield. We don't need to worry about the note because we're not doing the story right now. And now that we have our set, let's go ahead and equip. So that's what he looks like without the helmet. You can see the death symbol on the armor. And now we're going to put the helmet on. And there we go. Now he looks like a symbol of the apocalypse. And he's ready to come unleash some fury on the world. Let's exit Moon Moth. Something's going on over there. Let's keep a safe distance. So it looks like we got some guards fighting some cliff racers. Alright, we're just gonna fly on. We're gonna fly to Necrom. Let's make sure. Yeah, I think we lost the cliff racers. I think won't have to worry about them. And I really was not intending for a cliff racer to appear right there, because I almost spoiled the apocalypse. Let's save the big show for Necrom, the sacred city of the dead. So we're just going to fly a little bit farther. I'm lagging a bit more than usual today, it looks like. I may have to change settings again. So yeah, you saw a hint of the apocalypse back at Moonmoth. You saw the cliff racers relentlessly attacking the guards at Moonmoth. But now we're going to bring on the apocalypse on a grander scale. And this time I might actually have to spawn one in with the console, because, you know, I'm not sure if they spawn out here in the Sacred Lands. So according to this, we're almost there. And I am going to do a stream soon where I just fly around all my lands. Such pretty lands all over the place. Well, some not so pretty, but detailed and realistic and fun. And any moment now, Necrom, the sacred city of the dead, should be coming into view. Beyond those mountains back there. If I set my heading correctly. I don't know why it's laggier than usual today. But bringing upon the Nightmare Apocalypse might make it get even laggier. I'm okay with that, because we'll get a nice little show out of it first. Oh, cool, and I see one of the musicians I like just went on, so we're gonna raid him when we finish our little apocalypse. I was gonna do a couple of cities, but given how much lag I'm having tonight, and the fact that I already streamed earlier today, and I'm getting tired, I think I'm just going to do the one. city for tonight. But hey, with no viewers right now, it means that even though the apocalypse is really kind of a show-stopping number, and it's like 1, and then I can't build on that. If I don't get any more viewers, then we can do it again. Or I could end every stream with an apocalypse. We'll see how I feel. Alright, I want to enter the city the normal way, over the bridge. So we're gonna land here at the end of the bridge, and we're gonna go into the city. And then we're gonna run to the temple. And once we get to the temple, we're gonna start the apocalypse. And now we're going to go on the nice, beautiful bridge into the city. This bridge is one of my favorite spots in all of Tamriel Rebuilt. It's such a pretty bridge. And Necrom as a whole is a pretty city with a unique tile set. And there's
defile our tombs, and you'll be forever cursed, Outlander.
I like that outfit. That's fitting for a death necropolis apocalyptic thing too. But so here it is, the sacred city of Necrom. Probably one of the prettiest cities in the entirety of Tamriel Rebuilt, if not the prettiest. We're going to go up to the Temple District to start the apocalypse. And given as much lag as I'm having now, it's only going to get worse. So here it is, the Necrom Temple. And the sky is about to get very dark with the apocalypse. Oh wait, this is just the courtyard.
This is a peaceful morning, horrid wretch. Do not dash around.
Now this is the temple. And to bring doom to the temple area, we're going to summon a Cliff Racer. And if that guard knows what's good for him and the city, he's going to ignore that Cliff Racer. But we all know guards don't behave like that. So forget everything you thought you knew about Cliff Racers. They're not harmless annoyances anymore. It's time to bring upon the doom.
The thrice-sealed house was established. Yield to faith. Accept the grace of limits. Consider this your end. Let fire consume thee. Yield to fate. Consider this your end.
And so the invasion of the viral cliff racers begins. Now let's fly over the palace gate and lure a couple of them over into the courtyard to get the other guests, the other guards starting.
Accept the grace without limits. Consider this your end. Accept the grace without limits.
Actually, I'm not going to do it with the ring. I'm going to leave this guard to work on these cliff racers up here.
Accept the grace without limits.
And you know what? Let's help along the invasion a little bit. Once the temple area sky is full, we'll move on to the rest of the city.
Accept the grace.
Okay. I'll leave them there to fight those, and now I'll hop the wall and go into the courtyard. That one cliff racer didn't chase me. Let's go grab some. Okay, it looks like they got things well enough under control here in terms of spawning the army. I'll leave that guard to those guys. It looks like this racer is going to get stuck on the geometry. And we're going to come down here. Wow, I'm dropping frames like crazy. I knew that would happen with this little experiment, though. Alright. Now I got this guard going on this set. Okay, why is that guard ignoring them? You okay there, guard? Looks like we broke the... Oh, there he goes. Alright, this guard's got working on the courtyard. Let's pull them out into this area of town now. Wow, we've got a lot of them chasing me now. Wow, we've got so many going on that I'm lagging like crazy. And now this section of town is about to get doomed. Eventually, Necrom's gonna run out of guards. But we're just gonna keep running around town, dragging out the guards to keep spawning the Cliff Racer Cloud of Death. Still got a few of them following me, even with the guards occupied over there.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
I find it odd that there's no guard in this part of town. But look, it looks like they are starting to spread. Yeah, it looks like Necron's got a problem with Cliff Racers right now. That guard's still going off on that group. I'm trying to spread them through town. Yep, they're chasing me. So we should be able to get a guard getting them in this. There we go. This part of town is going to get swarmed now. Here we go with this part of town. This is absolutely insane. We're going to come down and we're going to see if there's any guards left to continue the spread. Okay, it looks like this part of town doesn't have a lot. Except that guard's going to run around and chase them, so yeah. Alright. I think I'm satisfied with Necrom. Let's just take a look. Wow. It's not quite as thorough as I would have hoped. Looks like they're pretty much staying around where the fights are. But it looks like a bunch of them followed me into the sky. One more thing I want to try with this cool trick. Hopefully I can fly faster than they can chase me. We're gonna leave Necrom to its doom. Looks like I outran them. Why am I going back? To see if they're still there. Yeah, they're still there. I'd better not get any closer to the city. I'll leave them onto that scene of destruction that we've just established. So Necrom is doomed. Now we'll see. Now for this one, we got to do a little console trickery to make. We're going to visit one specific NPC. And we're going to see how many cliff racers it takes to destroy him. Alright, it's going to be a few more minutes of flying, I think. So yeah, now you can see what the cliff racers in my game do. It's actually a cool mod, but I'm going to turn it off for normal gameplay, I think. I'm only going to turn it on when I want to do epic fights. Sorry there's not much to see. I took the least scenic route possible. Still some pretty scenery, but no real landmarks going this way. Looks like there's some kind of fort down there. Okay, that looks like some kind of Indoril site. Amar. Okay. I think that's a small trading post. Okay, it should be coming into our distant view any moment where we're going. You can see a Telvanni tower over there. I really don't care which one. That's not our objective for right now. I got half a mind to return to Moonmoth and see how the guards are holding up with the invasion there, but I kind of want to do something special first. Yeah, it should be coming into view momentarily. It's just harder to see right now because it's nighttime in game. As you can see, we're headed toward the city of Vivec. You'll notice I have a habit of finishing a lot of my Morrowind streams visiting Vivec. And most of the time he has nothing to say to me. But since we have to open the console to make the cliff racer appear, he won't actually respond to the racer unless I set him to be allied with me. So we're actually going to run 2 console commands. And I don't remember if I left the door unlocked or not. Yeah, I kind of unlocked this door using the using my utility mod. I think it's this command. Give me a moment. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. And now, for the grand finale. Bringing the apocalypse upon a god. Pretty soon this room's going to be full of them. And because this is an interior cell separate from the exterior world, without all the draw objects, it's going to take a lot longer to get to the point where these cliff racers cause lag. So we're going to leave Vivek to it. And eventually they're going to overwhelm him, I think. Yeah, that weapon is a strange fit for the armor, it looks like. Wow. He's already killed a lot of them. It looks like they've barely made a dent on him. Eventually there's going to be so many of these cliff racers in here that it'll be impossible to see. You know what? Let's help Vivek with his battles, shall we? Oh, there's still a whole section of floor with no bodies on it. Come on, start filling this part of the room. There, let's take them out of the fight because we're lagging already. Alright, let's start filling some bodies in this part of the room. Paint the room with dead cliff racers. Wow, that's a very low frame rate. Doesn't look like they're focusing on this area, so there's no need to have my army here. Vivek can handle them himself. While I just run around looking at the carnage. We've got to have spawned at least a couple hundred by now. Eventually he's going to run out of mana, engage them in melee, and then they'll start swarming him a bunch at once that happens. You know what? Somehow we've still got decent frame rate. I say decent. It's pretty low, actually. We are choppy quite a bit. And with that army of cliff racers. They were too much for even the god of death to control. Cliff racers are too much even for the apocalypse bringer. And with that, we're going to go ahead and start a raid. We're going to raid Mark Chords. He is a talented musician. He plays piano and sings, has a lot of songs on his song list. I think you'll enjoy him. So go enjoy some music, have a good night, and I'll see you soon.
Uncle Evie, what's going on? Hello. Welcome. Hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you doing? How was your stream? What was going on with that?